Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, there's gist on the street and we're going straight into it. Right now, the conversations online is about Frank Edoho and his ex-wife Sandra. All of us know Frank Edoho. Who wants to be a millionaire? Yeah, that's him, Frank. In case you're not fully familiar, Frank Edoho was previously married to Catherine. That marriage ended in divorce and later he got married to Sandra. However, in 2025, Frank and Sandra also went their separate ways. At the time, the reason for their divorce wasn't clearly stated, but now in 2026, claims have started making rounds online suggesting what may have actually led to the end of that marriage. And here's where it gets interesting. According to circulating rumors, the breakdown of the marriage allegedly involves the sensational Nigerian singer Chike. Now I'm sure a lot of you know Chike, the talented crooner behind a lot of beautiful songs that have been making waves. It is being alleged by bloggers, including Cutie Jules and others, that Sandra, Frank Edoho's ex-wife, was involved in extramarital affairs with Chike, and according to these claims, it wasn't a one-time mistake. It's been suggested that it was something that happened repeatedly over time, to the point where it allegedly contributed to the collapse of her marriage with Frank Edoho. Now, we are going to break down everything that has been said online and look at the various statements being made around this situation. But I need to clearly issue a disclaimer. This is not me confirming anything. I'm simply reporting the gist circulating online. People often confuse the messenger with the message, so I need to make that very clear. So if you're coming into the comment section asking how I know it's true, I don't know. This is online gist and I'm just bringing it here for those who are interested in entertainment and trending conversations. So guys, let's get straight into it. First of all, this is the post that Cutie Jules made. We can all see it playing out on the screen. She or he said, "Na so singer Chike fuck sense comot Frank Edoho's wife's brains. Chike is the reason why their marriage scatter. It wasn't one time knack. Chike was knacking Frank Edoho's wife almost every single day for a very long time. Stay tuned with the details." So first of all, this was the post that got a lot of people talking. And no, it was not the only post that got people talking, because funny enough, as Cutie Jules made this post, Frank Edoho, I don't know if it was at the same time that Cutie Jules made this post, before or after, I can't really determine, but Frank Edoho did put out some funny posts that began to make people think that maybe there is an element of truth to what Cutie Jules said. Now, here's one of such posts. If a wife cheats and she asks her husband to forgive her and he does, she will not only continue, but she will also resent the man for forgiving her and disrespect him in extreme ways until he gets the ultimate message. She checked out of the marriage way before she cheated. So this post got a lot of people talking online. People began to imagine, does this have something to do with what Cutie Jules said? Does this have something to do with this allegation that his wife cheated? Then again, there is another post. Here, someone was replying to a post he made, obviously replying to a post he made, and the person said, "Never say never. There is a lady out there who will sweep you off your feet." And this is what Frank Edoho has to say. "Of course there are, but I'm done. I'll just work out, eat my veggies and afang, create new projects, travel, scare my daughter's boyfriends in future, and watch HBO drinking hot matcha for the rest of my life." So obviously it's confirmed that the marriage is over and all of that. But this is Frank trying to say that he's not going to give love another chance ever. Maybe because he has been hot so bad this time that he just can't take it anymore. So here again is another post that is on our screen. First of all, let me explain what happened. So when the news came out, Cutie Jules posted what she posted and all of that. She also made this post. I'm saying she, I don't know, it's maybe a he, whoever it is. It says, "Frank Edoho, please speak up, sir. Glamour has been waiting to spill this gist since, but I was worried about your mental health, but I can see you are ready now." Okay guys, I want to understand something. This person is referring to Frank Edoho as though they are talking to him. Actually, apparently, whoever Cutie Jules is talking to Frank Edoho directly. So I'm beginning to sense that there's a probability that this gist is true. For you to say Frank Edoho, like refer to him as though you're talking to him directly, it means you have something. And now guys, something that is very funny is this. Let's look at something else that happened. Frank actually made a post where he said, "Glamour, thanks for your concern. I saw what you did there in the other post. Very intelligent. I don't have anything to say other than I just created a game show and it's phenomenal. When it comes out, I'll need your services to promote it. Thanks, Glamour." Cutie Jules now replies, "At Frank Edoho, of course, Glamour will pleasure, sir. Just let Glamour know as soon as your game show is ready, sir. I do not know who Glamour is. I don't know what is happening. Anybody that has a hint about all of this conversation with Cutie Jules and Frank Edoho should please let us know in the comment section. But for the fact that Frank Edoho is actually talking to Cutie Jules is replying after the post that Cutie Jules made, probably there is truth to this story. And if there's truth to this story, Chike, we'll get to that anyway. Let's move forward. Now, because of the post that Cutie Jules made, Cutie Jules also posted this. This is apparently Cutie Jules' DM. And here we are seeing that Frank Edoho is trying to appeal because he doesn't want the story out there. Probably Cutie Jules felt that Frank Edoho is ready for this story to be out there. But then when the story came out, a lot of people actually lambasted Frank Edoho. You know, most times the woman is going to be blamed. Why were you cheating and all of that? But strangely, in this Frank Edoho situation, a lot of people were actually blaming him. You know, there was a lot of talk out there. If you go on Twitter, it is mad on the streets of Twitter what people are saying about Frank Edoho. I felt really sorry for him. So maybe he felt he couldn't handle it. And so he entered into Cutie Jules' DM, or would I say Glamour's DM? I don't understand what is going on here, but you can see an appeal going on here. Glamour, please, I'm your Glasson. Please don't post the story. So you see there is a missed audio call and all of that, and some audio calls that went through. So what's this telling us? He doesn't want the story out there. If this is true, because we are saying this based off of what we saw on Twitter and some of them on Facebook and all of that, we don't know fully if this is true because Frank Edoho hasn't said anything about it directly. Neither has Sandra said anything about it directly, neither Chike as well. So for us, this is all rumor, but it's beginning to look somehow true because for him to have this conversation with whoever Glamour is, then apparently there must be some element of truth in it, but he doesn't want the story out there for reasons best known to him. But guys, let's move forward. So we can see this post here by Cutie Jules. It reads, read Frank Edoho's comment again. This was after Glamour posted his picture and used Chike's song as background song and captioned it, it's about to go down. I think at that point he clocked that Glamour was about to spill. Okay, this post actually clarifies a lot of things. First of all, Cutie Jules is not Glamour. Secondly, this Glamour, thanks for your concern. I saw what you did there and all of that. We read that post earlier. You know, me, I don't know what's happening, so we might be addressing this in a very scattered way, but we did read that earlier. So that I saw what you did and all of that must have been his reply to Glamour posting his picture with the song of Chike and saying it's about to go down. So I guess I understand it better now. Sorry I didn't put that together so well because I didn't know what was happening. I was just seeing all of this post up and down. So now I understand why Frank Edoho made that comment under Glamour's post. So guys, here we have it. That means this thing is beginning to look like it might be true. But let's look at some people's reactions towards what is happening. This person by the name of Brother John says, Frank Edoho is really having a soft landing with this news of his ex-wife cheating with Chike. People who don't know the story of Frank Edoho and his first wife are the ones feeling sorry for him. The fact that Frank thinks he's unbreakable is the funniest thing. Treated the first wife like trash and expected loyalty from the second wife. He never wanted this story to be released by Cutie Jules. So therefore, Chike, ride on. You're his karma. So guys, what is happening? So Frank treated his first wife bad, according to what they're saying, because I'm not so sure. But they say he treated her badly and the second wife is his karma. I still don't think it makes sense. Cheating doesn't make sense. But if it's karma, then it's karma. Then guys, let's talk about Chike before we look at some women's reaction to this news. You wouldn't believe what some people actually said about this whole thing. That is when you will know that some people are actually very crazy. But before we go into that, let's talk about Chike. Sometime in the past, Chike actually went on an interview where he clearly stated that he had a thing for older women. I'm going to be playing that video, guys, so you watch it and maybe it will help us understand why, if it is true, he found Frank Edoho's wife attractive.
Also women that, you know, like, I want to be with a partner that like opens up to me. Let's have conversations.
Most women cannot handle it. I'm telling you for a fact.
Yeah.
The times you start finding a woman that can handle it, they're slightly advanced in age. That's when you start finding. You don't expect with 23. Imagine I'm running around with some 23-year-old now. What's she going to handle? What's she going to understand? She just want to take pictures and be on Instagram and tell everybody that she's dating you. What's she like? What are you unpacking to that person? Let's be honest. Like, you can find people like that, but that's where you now see this girl is so mature.
Yeah.
You find it in older people. Then before you know, you find guys dating girls that are older than them. And you wonder what's going on. Because you're now getting to a place where you want a certain level of peace.
Yeah.
And it's just the older people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like the past maybe 2 relationships I've been in, they've been older than me.
I like that.
Do you understand? And that's why you can't, if there's no small girl that can say I'm DMing her.
Oh.
Nah. I probably will like, oh, hey, hi, but that's it. It's not going to get past that. Because I know where it's going.
Yeah.
Our visions are just not the same. I feel like for me to talk to a 23-year-old now, it has to be like a career woman. Who I know that this person is dedicated. They're trying to make something, not that you're not doing the same madness we are doing. And I told you something about one of my biggest fears was losing everything.
Yeah.
Right? Right now, one thing that I know can make me lose everything is who I pick as a partner.
That's true.
I know. I know that. And so that's why I was so worried. I know for sure.
So guys, here we have it. He apparently likes older women. Young girls, he said, they are not so, would I say, sensible. They don't know what they are doing yet. They are still, moving from here to there without any direction. So he obviously prefers older women. I understand that fetish if you prefer older women. But why a married older woman? That is the part I don't understand. If this is true, Chike, you didn't do well, because why a married one? You can go up. There are so many older single women, single mothers. There are so many people who have never been married before. You could go for any of those. Why another man's wife? Why? It doesn't make sense to me, because it shows that if this story is true, you're not a very responsible individual, because no responsible man would go after the wife of another man. Kama or no kama, that doesn't really concern me. No responsible man would go after the wife of another man. It makes no sense, because there are a lot of single women out there that you can go for. So why choose the wife of another man? Make it make sense. I hope Chike replies, this is a heavy allegation and is definitely going to dent his image. So I hope he replies and tries to clarify things so we can know where we stand. So guys, without much ado, let's dive into what some women had to say about this whole situation. Now, this is what one woman had to say. Make I no lie, even if na me be Frank Edoho wife, I no go turn down Chike, as in a whole Chike o. Look at the work on good on that man's body. I'm sorry, if he says crawl to me, I'm going straight down on all fours. Chike looks like he can give you a 2 orgasm in less than 5 minutes while he talks you through it. Ever come across these men that are so soft on bed and will call you a good girl? Yeah, he looks like them, and my judgment don't lie. And trust me when I say he will sing to you after a good, what's there, in a sweet voice, while running his hands through your hair. Whoa, make Frank pack one side, Jare. Now him know what he do, we come catch up with him. Send Chike go him wife's side. You can't tell me nada, nakama. Great. So you can see some women actually would go this route, marriage or not. Let's see another post. So this Chike would want to eat my, you can see the word there, and put his magic wand in my donut, and I'll say no because I have a husband. Una try well. Make flood carry my husband go Sambiza forest. Make Sanusi flog am for me. Can my husband sing amen? And if you no love me, are we serious? Can my husband sing to me in an angelic voice after as we cuddle? So I'll turn down a whole Chike, God forbid bad thing. Make Frank go sleep. The wife is goals. First time in the history of Nigeria that an adulterous woman is fully supported. All because it is Chike. Guys, are you seeing what I'm saying? Women with husbands are saying that they will gladly go the same route with Sandra. So you can see in this case that Frank is supposed to be supported against his adulterous wife. If the stories are true, we can see that people are actually blaming Frank for what his wife did. Can you imagine? And they're saying they will go the same route, like she's the goals. Really? The world is changing. Men need to really up their game, because what is this? This new generation of women are something else. Honestly, they shock me on a daily basis. Anyway, guys, this is what is happening. I said I needed to bring this up here, and we need to hear this gist. Let us determine if it's true. When the full apropos should land, if it is true, we'll be here to roast Chike fire on fire, because I'm not going to support a man having something to do with another man's wife. Never. No matter what, Kama or no Kama, they shouldn't use you. Don't allow Kama to use you, okay, with a married woman. Anyway, guys, I'll be dropping my mic here. Thank you so much for listening to all of this. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, and then leave me your comment on what you think about this whole case. Until I come your way with another one, bye.